So my dear students, there are certain highlighted terms in your book. Just now you saw about heterogametes and homogametes. Next we are going to discuss other terms which are there given in your book. You can be asked to differentiate between those. Like first two terms are heterothallic and homothallic. Just now you saw what is heterogamete and what is homogamete. Now these terms are heterothallic and homothallic. Hetero you already know, hetero means dissimilar, homo means similar. So what is heterothallic? Basically in some fungi as well as few lower plants, one plant body produces both the gametes. Means they have that particular plant body. Okay, fine. Before that, just know that thallic means body. So this thallic term is used for lower organisms. In lower plants such as algae, you won't see the term body, plant body. You cannot say the body of the algae as plant body, but instead you will be saying it as thallus. So thallic term means body. Now heterothallic, homothallic, these two terms are associated with two different body forms, two different bodies actually. So heterothallic, in heterothallic, one organism has both sexual organs. When I am saying both sexual organs, it means male and female, both sexual organs, male organ and the female reproductive organ. So in let me change the term. This is homothallic. I thought I have written homo. Okay, fine. Now in the next we will see hetero. The homothallic are those organisms which has both the sexual organs on the same plant body. On the same plant body. On the same plant body. Suppose there is a plant . Okay, fine. Suppose there is an algae. There is an algae, homothallic. There is an algae. There is an algae which has antheridia as well as oogonia. This is the antheridia. This is the oogonia. Inside oogonia there will be megaspores. There will be egg or the female gamete, and these are the antheridia. This is oogonium, this is antheridium. Antheridium is the male reproductive organ, oogonium is the female reproductive organ. So suppose this algae has both of these. Antheridium is also there, oogonium is also there on the same plant body. So this particular algae will be termed as homothallic because it has both the organs on the same plant. So in case of lower plants, you can term it as homothallic. Second term is heterothallic. Heterothallic means one organism has heterothallic. one organism of a species has only one type of reproductive organ. Only one type of reproductive organ means either male reproductive organ or female reproductive organ. One organism will have only one, has only one type of reproductive organ. Only one type of reproductive organ. The other reproductive organ is located on another organism. So this was about the lower plants. In case of lower plants such as plant, algae, bryophytes, etc., there was term homothallic and heterothallic. In pteridophytes also, there are certain plants which are homothallic and there are certain plants which are heterothallic. So when you will, you already have studied the pteridophytes in your class 11th. I think in the classification of pteridophytes, you would have seen that they can be the homothallic or heterothallic. So one example of heterothallic pteridophyte. This is asked in your NEET examination. Heterothallic pteridophyte. There are a total of 8 heterothallic pteridophytes known, and their example is asked, such as Isoetes, Marsilia, then Saprolegnia, etc. So these are heterothallic. Other pteridophytes are homothallic. So these two terms you have to keep in mind, because you can be asked to differentiate between these two terms. What is heterothallic, what is homothallic? You have to be clear about these two terms. Homo means same, hetero means different. Homo means one organism, one single organism has both the two type of sexes. Both male organ is also there, female organ is also there in just one single plant body. Then heterothallic means there are two different plant bodies. One plant body is having one type of sexual organ, second plant body is having the second sexual organ. In the same way, there are few other terms also given in your book. Those are highlighted terms, and whatever is there highlighted in NCERT is anyway the main book for your competitive exams. And if certain things are highlighted, it means that there is 90% chances that the questions will be asked from those highlighted terms. So you have understood homothallic and heterothallic. Next terms are, I am not erasing it because these two terms have some relation with those. So homothallic, heterothallic you have seen in case of lower plants. Now there are two more terms, unisexual and bisexual. Bisexual and unisexual. For some time this is over, just don't see on these two terms. Let us concentrate on these two. Bi means two, uni means one. So these two terms are used for higher plants. Bisexual and unisexual, these two terms are used for higher plants, as well as they are used for even animals. Not just plant, but they are also used for animals. So bisexual means an organism containing bisexual means an organism containing both the sexual organs. An organism. An means one organism containing both the sexual organs, male and female organs. Male and female organs. Both are on the same one organism. So if this condition is seen, then that particular one organism, whether it is higher plant or whether it is animal, that particular organism will be called bisexual. Means this plant is bisexual. For example, one organism having both. For example, a mango tree. Mango flower. So mango flower has both the organs inside one flower. There is one mango tree. That mango tree will be producing thousands of flowers. In each flower on that particular mango tree, both the male and female organs will be there. Then bisexual in case of animals will be earthworms. In case of animals, the bisexual example is earthworms, leeches, sponges. Sponges are the member of Porifera. Sponges means poriferans simply. So earthworms, leeches, sponges, tapeworms. All these are what? All these are bisexual in nature. All these are bisexual in nature. These are animals. This one is a plant. There are many other plants also, such as neem tree. Most of the common plants are bisexual in nature. Means their flower has both the organs. Pistil is also there. Carpel is also there. Stamen is also there. So these particular animals are bisexual. There are certain plants which are bisexual. Then the term used for animals. In case of animals, this bisexual term changes into heterothalic. Also called hermaphrodite. Sorry, not heterothalic. Hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite. So these organisms, these animals which are bisexual in nature, this bisexual condition is also termed as hermaphrodite. So this explanation was about bisexual organisms. Now, before I explain unisexual, although now you must have got what is unisexual. Uni means one. So before I go to explain the unisexual, let me relate this bisexual with homothalic. Homothalic was also the same thing. Homothalic was also the organism containing both the sexual organs on same one body. But the only difference is that homothalic term is used only when the plant body is not well differentiated. Means when the plant body is in form of thallus, then we use the term homothalic. Otherwise, if the plant body is well differentiated, the term comes bisexual. Both are the same terms. Both have the same meaning. Either we call homothalic or bisexual. Both are the same terms. The only difference is that homothalic is for lower plants. This homothalic cannot be used for animals. But bisexual is a term which can be used for animals also as well as for the higher plants. So this was the difference. In the examination, you can be asked to differentiate between homothalic, heterothalic, bisexual, unisexual, or you can be asked to differentiate between homothalic and bisexual. So what will you say? You will say that these two are the same terms, same things, just the only difference is that homothallic is for lower and bisexual is for higher organisms. Now I am moving to the definition of unisexual. Although you have already got to know this, from your common sense you can understand that when bisexual was the organism having both the sexes, then unisexual an organism having only one type of sexual organ. Either it can be male or female. Either it can have male organ, sexual organ, or it can have female sexual organ. So on this basis you can understand what type of organism is human being. Human being is unisexual because girls are different, boys are different. So unisexual term is for higher animals as well as for higher plants. Now in case of plants, there are very few examples of unisexual and you have to remember those examples. Those examples are going to be asked in your NEET examination also. So please focus on this. Unisexual example is papaya and date palm. So what happens in these such type of plants is, there is one papaya plant. There is one papaya plant which will be having just the male flowers. Just the male flowers. Then there will be another papaya plant which will be having female flowers. Female flowers. So there are two papaya plants. This one is having the male flowers and the second one is having the female flowers. Male flowers and the second one is having the female flowers. But both are the papaya plant. Papaya plant. So what happens? The pollen from this will go on this in order to fertilization to happen, in order to help the fertilization to happen. The spores from this male plant will go to the female plant. So this way the fertilization happens in case of papaya. And this is a papaya plant is one example of the unisexual organisms. In case of unisexual plants, the two type of flowers that I just now explained, if some flowers, in case of unisexual plants, some flowers have male organs. So what is the name of a male reproductive organ in case of a flower? That is the anther or stamen. Or the flower can have only the female organs. So what is the female reproductive organ in case of plants? It is pistil or carpel. So when I give the example of the two different type of papaya plants, first one was having male flowers. So that male flowers will be having male reproductive organ, means that those flowers will be having stamens or the anthers. So those type of flowers will be termed as staminate. Staminate is the word used for a flower which contain only the stamens. Just the stamens are there. In those flowers, only the stamens are there, means only the male reproductive organs are there. So those flowers are termed to be staminate flowers. In case of female organ containing flowers, the term is pistillate. So you can also be asked to either define the two terms or differentiate between the two terms. So these two terms are to be used with respect to the flower, two different type of flowers. So this was about the homothallic, heterothallic, bisexual, unisexual. One more thing, I think you would have known up to now that unisexual is equivalent to heterothallic. Heterothallic means two different plant bodies. Unisexual means also one species have two different plant bodies, bodies. One body is having the male organ, second body is having the female organ. So these two terms are the same. Same. Now in the flower you understood what is staminate, what is pistillate. So next, everything up till now was under the topic of gametogenesis. Next we are going to see a little more about the gametes, or we can discuss a little more about how the gametogenesis happens.